Hey guys, this is Captain Frugal reporting for duty for a long time coming episode of Road Rage. I have not done one of these in a long time. And the reason I thought about doing this is because I was in my office at work and somebody's car alarm went off. And it didn't just go off for a little while, it was over 20 minutes before they turned that thing off, which drove me nuts. And so, it reminded me I haven't done one of these in a long time. Plus, I have a hard time getting time to do live streams due to family obligations and all that thing. So it just makes it really hard to do those, which I'd like to because I love talking and chatting with the community. So this is sort of like the road rage is the second best thing. They're off the cuff, non-edited, just my thoughts and views and things that I'm interested in. So I thought I'd catch everybody up on the channel as well as some other subjects that I'd want to talk about. Like probably the heftiest one would be with Smash JT and Kotaku. And I'm going to talk about that today as well. But first, I want to give a little bit of a channel update. We've had a bit of a surge in subs again, and that's great. We were pretty stale for a long time and stagnant with subscriber growth, but it's been popping up, and that's great. And by the way, if you're new to the channel or checking out for the first time, please hit like, subscribe, that subscription thing, because it's free to you and it helps me out. So anyway, we've been getting more subs. I think people have been digging the really beginner guitar lessons, and the reason I've been doing those is a couple years ago I started playing guitar again. I used to play semi-professionally, tour, endorsement, all that stuff, and and when I had my daughter, I quit playing completely, and I stopped playing for around 7 years. And so when I finally decided to pick it up again, it was sort of a new learning curve again. A lot of it, wasn't there. I had to retrain myself. And I thought this was pretty good. And I had a couple people contact me that wanted me to give guitar lessons again. And I said, well, I'm pretty rusty, but as I going through and getting my skills back up, I said, I'll start teaching some beginner lessons. So, beginner to intermediate. I don't feel comfortable doing advanced lessons right now. So I've been doing that too as well. So anyway, I got more of those videos coming, but I have some other cool videos coming up. I've got a guitar review, I've got pedal reviews, and I know I mentioned the pedal review a long time back, and it hasn't happened. That's because I ran into some issues in the studio, and I want my cameraman back, which is Little Frugal's my cameraman. So if you've seen some of my videos, might have looked a little blurry in times. That's because I don't have him to focus and all that. If I sound like I'm huffing and puffing a little bit, by the way, I'm doing my morning walk exercise here. I've been doing that. I'll talk about the exercise regimen a little bit and share that too. But anyway, yeah, Little Frugal beat my cameraman back again so I can finish him up. I should have the guitar review done soon. If you haven't been watching, I do a series called the $10 Guitar Challenge. Is where I start with $10 and I'm going to be flipping my way to purchasing parts and things and building a parts caster. That's what I'm doing this time, and who knows, maybe I'll build something afterwards after that too. I got some plans here. So anyway, that's something I've been working on and taking care of. And so with that said, with the current games, Lil Frugal is playing the classic Halo. And he's playing it though on the Xbox 360 upscale. He's loving it. He's down to maybe 1 or 2 levels and he'll beat the game. He was new to the Halo series. He started playing it last summer. I took a big break from it because of busyness and with school and sports and all that. But he still played like Fortnite, of course, which he's really good at. But he's finishing that up and moving on to another game. He's enjoying it. But a game that I've been playing that I think you might be interested in checking out. It's cheap. You can get it cheap, and it's for PlayStation 3, is Singularity. I started playing that. I'm probably about 2 hours into it, and it's been really good. It's got a dark, eerie survival horror kind of element to it, but a first-person shooter. And eventually you get to be able to manipulate time and slow it down, if you will, and it's or speed it up, and it's really cool because it adds some puzzle element that way. But it's cool. You can age somebody out and kill them right away, and with your powers with that, or shoot them. There's a gun that I got. It's like a sniper rifle that shoots in slow mo. You can control the bullet. It's just really brutal and a lot of fun. Wow. huffing and puffing. I'm going at a pretty good pace here. I'll once again update you on that soon. So let's talk about the Smash JT thing. I want to get into that. So Smash JT, if you're not familiar with him, he does a video game channel. He talks about video games, not just games itself, but the games industry. And he's not always right, and that's one of the things I like about him. He admits when he's wrong. For example, he bought in big to not the Coleco, but another retro thing that was coming back with Tommy Tallarico. It's just not popping into my head right now what it is. But he bought into that, and he failed. He took a lot of heat for that, and he owned up to it, and I think that's great. But anyway, so he brought up some stuff about Kotaku and some particular employees that work there. And if you say anything negative about them, they twist it to all kinds of mean things. Like he made a tweet or he retweeted something or liked a tweet or whatever, and they took offense to that. And so he actually removed it to appease them and be nice. He didn't mean any harm. But after that, he got in their sights and he triggered them so badly that they went after him. They went after him so much that they threatened to sue him. Some of these employees have. They've coordinated a takedown of his internet web page that he has up. He has a website. They took it down, but he got it back within, I believe, 36 hours because there was no reason for the takedown. They lied about the reasons to get it to get shut down. So he won that battle. But they keep going after him. And then one of the most recent things they did is they found some pictures of him at a former employer, figured out who the employer was, and tried to get him fired, which he doesn't even work at that employer. Oh, and before all that happened, they figured out who he was, because he uses the name Smash JT, figured out who he was, and sent a personal message to his wife, trying to say he's a bad person. And why would somebody be with him kind of deal. All because he gave truthful information about what's going on in the gaming industry and with certain people. And I think that should scare some people here to wake up and have some realization that, yes, there is networks inside these companies that band together. And if you don't toe their methodology, their thought process, they'll do anything they can to cancel you. But yet they all do it under the guise of the good people. They all think they're the good guy in this. They're standing up for everybody, but they don't realize how big of a hypocrite they are. They claim they're all for diversity and all this, but once you have a different thought than them, they don't care about you. You're thrown to the side. They don't care about true diversity. True diversity, let's be honest, is not the color of our skin. We are all people. We all have hearts. We have blood. We all breathe. We all have souls. Where our diversity is our thought. And that comes from all kinds of different areas and how we form our thoughts. But we should be able to articulate and speak our thoughts and share that. If we can't do that, we're never going to move beyond these squabbles. But see, they claim they're all for inclusivity, but yet they want you canceled. And even to the point where one of them, I can't remember this freak show's name, she's even tried to use the, well, fight me kind of mentality of anybody that disagrees with her. And she did that on a video, and then everybody that seen that video and in the comments said, okay, I'll do it. She blocks. So once again, more victimhood, because what's going to happen now is if anybody says anything mean back to her, it's going to be victim card. And that's what these people do. They start trouble and they play victim and try to do everything to get you silenced so you can't call them out for what they've done. They've been exposed. And see, that's part of the problem. They have power because they're a little group that for some reason companies have given them power. They fear what they have to say. But they influence actually hardly anybody. Let's be honest. These idiots, they're touting goofy things about, well, you need to add this many people of color in your game, this many sexuality, when people don't care about that. And what I mean by that is, we just want a game that's good. We don't really care about the sexuality. We don't care about the color of their skin. We don't care if we're playing a male or female. Heck, matter of fact, most guys would probably rather play a female character, especially if she's good looking. They'd rather look at that than a dude. But it is what it is. And they can't handle that. And so they all get together and play the victim card, and they get power. And for some reason, these companies are giving power. So when people are starting to call them out, and they're getting exposed, people start seeing how crazy they really are, that's when they strike back and try to silence you because they don't want people to know that. All right, off of that topic and to the next one. You might have noticed my reviews have not been in my recording studio still. If you recall in the past, I said quite a while ago that I was working on the flooring to redo the floor in my recording studio, so I haven't been doing the reviews in there because I have a spot set up really well for lighting and everything, so I don't have to reset up everything in my office, my gaming office, if you will. And so that was the goal, and it still is, but I ran into a snag. We had a roof leak, and it's a fluke one where it was different when it was cold and freezing, and then it starts to thaw, and then it refreezes, and it opens up a section. And so it's really hard to find, so I had to wait, and I've got a roofer that's going to be coming out and trying to figure out how that's happening to prevent that from happening. So I don't want to redo the flooring until I have that fixed for sure. And it's just hard because it's something that doesn't happen all the time. It would rain after that and there'd be no leaks. It just only happens during that time. So my guess is they probably need to extend the flashing around some angles and some corner kind of a couple spots because it's probably getting past that. But I need that to get done before I can do the flooring. So that said, I'm still saving up for the flooring. I'm going to be putting new flooring. It's a big floor, so it's going to cost quite a bit of money. I estimate it's going to be, I'm going to do it myself. So, and I think I decided to go with carpet squares. Originally, I was going to go with some kind of wood floor, but the room is very lively, very high ceiling. So I think it'd be better to go with carpet squares actually to deaden it a little bit. And I've got a lot of sound treatment in the meantime I've been putting up. So the studio hopefully will be done sooner than later, but it's still taking time. So I'm waiting for the roof to get done and have faith in it so I don't destroy the flooring that I put down right away. And then I'll put the flooring down, and then I should be able to do more videos in the recording studio and get more out of it rather than just using my portable rig all the time. And the last thing I want to talk about is, it's time of year, summer. People want to look good for summer. Myself included, I've been trying to get myself in better shape. Once again, probably why I'm walking right now. But actually, if people that know me know I have a very bad knee. And I suffer from arthritis too, quite badly actually. But my knee is completely shot. And so anyway, I don't like going to doctors, but I do have a family member at the doctor, and I talk to him about it, and he said I had a couple options. He said I could probably go with the shots into the knee that will help it last a little longer, but otherwise my next step is probably knee replacement. He said, but if you don't want a knee replacement, which I don't, I would like to stay all original parts. I don't want to be a parts caster. He said one of the best things you could do is light workout and build until you can build up the strength and build up as much strength around that knee as possible and take as much off of it. And so that's what I've been doing. I started on the elliptical in probably late February, early March. And I was only able to do about 0.2 of a mile. And that's with my knee wrapped. I mean, that's how bad my knee is. And my knee was wrapped, and I could do about 0.2 of a mile, and then it was burning, and I could barely get it to go after that. Well, I've been doing it every day, hitting the elliptical, with only missing very few days. The only days I missed is because I was violently sick, and it was only 2 days total. Otherwise, I've been hitting the elliptical every day, and I went from about 0.2 of a mile to now I do a jog on the elliptical every day. I do 32 minutes right now a day with a minimum of 2 miles, but I've been averaging around 2.4 miles a day. And each week I reevaluate if I want to up that. I don't think I will this next week or so, but I figure at the end of the month I'll probably be up to 35 to 40 minutes. And I know some people, well, that's not a big deal. And maybe it's not. Yeah. But with my knee, that's amazing because my knee isn't hurting all the time as much. I'm not limping all the time now. I've built up a lot of strength. And the benefit of that, too, I've lost a lot of weight. So if I look different on videos, I've lost, I think, 12 pounds so far. And so, who knows, maybe that'll keep up. I'm almost in shape again, where I should be. A person of my size, usually in shape, is probably around 174 pounds. I've been as low as like 160, low 160s, but I look like a twig. I'm at around 178 right now, so I feel great, and it's nice to be able to walk again without a limp and all that because it is a lot stronger on there. It's helping with the arthritis too. So if you find yourself struggling, you're not alone. Okay, don't let that arthritis beat you or ailments. Find out ways to get around that, and that's what I'm doing because I want to be around as long as I can for my kids and be mobile to be able to play with them. I help my son with football, but I got to the point where I couldn't do a whole lot with him because, well, I couldn't get around much, and now I can. So, hey, if you want to share your success stories too, in weight loss or getting in shape, I would love to hear it. I think we can motivate each other. So, with that said, I just wanted to share this with everybody, and I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. Let's see, so far I'm up to almost 6,000 steps this morning. My goal is to have probably 15. I don't think I'm going to hit the elliptical today because I think I'm going to do around 5 miles and just walking. Give my legs a little bit of a break because they were pretty whipped the last few days. Because I also, on top of the time, I adjust the intensity to make it harder. And I think I overdid the intensity a little bit the last couple days, and I might have pulled a muscle because that muscle was really sore. So I'll walk and give it a day to chill out a little bit. But anyway, that's my thoughts, my views. Just wanted to say hello to everybody. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Welcome to the channel again if you came back, and thanks for all the support. Because I'm telling you, Little Frugal and I, we're blessed. We're so thankful. We can't believe that so many people care enough just to watch two goofballs like us being ourselves. All right, everybody. Thank you for your time, and take care. Until next time. Keep it frugal.